All right, good morning, everyone. This is the demo for our database management systems project. I was working in a group with Thomas Stoeckert and Sanchez Ruiz. My name is Elijah Smith, and I'm going to show you how this works. So let's pretend that we don't have this up, and I'm going to go back into our code here so you can see how to get it started. You'll notice that there's two folders here, and each folder contains one part of the project that you're going to have to get started. So we open a terminal. It's going to start in the parent folder, Database Management Systems Project. And first, we need to cd into the server folder, and then when npm starts, so that our server is up and running locally. And you'll know that it worked when it has that little URL at the bottom. And then we need to open another terminal and cd into the client folder, and then also run npm start, which is going to run the React project. Server is running on Express, so they're both running on Node.js, just for simplicity. So it's starting the development server, and it opens a new tab. So I'll close that old tab and wait for it to load up here. Okay, and so this is the site. So there's three tabs. There's a hidden one right here that I'll talk about in a second, but the home tab is where all of the events are showing. And right now there's no events. We'll create a bunch in a little bit. There's an RSO tab for any RSOs at any universities that are created. Right now, there are not any RSOs because I just cleared them out. And we can also have a universities tab where we can view different universities. So there's two previously created: University of Central Florida with a picture. You can have multiple pictures. This one just only has one. And University of Florida, which also has a picture down here. Okay, there's a hidden tab called My Events, which is used for super admins to approve events or for admins and super admins to manage events that they've created for their RSOs or their public events. So we'll show how that works in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go and log in here. First, we're going to log in as the super admin just so you can see how that works. So super admin gets the My Events tab, and you can choose what you want to do as the super admin. This show unapproved events is only there for super admins. And then there's the My Events section, or university section. We can create a new university. Let's maybe call this USF. And let's give them, I don't know, 20,000 students. I'm sure that is not correct. And let's go find a picture of USF that we can use. We'll go in here, take this cool looking football stadium, and we'll put their photo on the first line here. And so hopefully this photo will actually show some links aren't well suited for showing in an image tag. All right, and this appears to be one of them. So let's try a different photo. Copy image address. We can edit these as well. So we could change this to be 30,000 students instead. And then let's maybe, oh, actually, no, that's not the one we want. We want this University of South Florida. The photo didn't actually save, so let's save it this time. Okay, and so now it updated successfully, and if we open it, all right, so I'm opening it again, and the server is saying it's a 404, which means that for some reason this image is not able to be found. And I'm out of patience for trying to find a good USF photo. It's surprisingly difficult to get one that works. So let's try this one maybe. There we go, thank goodness. Okay, so we finally found an image that works, which means it shows up here. We could take it out at any time, but there has to be at least one. And we could add more just on separate lines, and we can change anything here. Show you that editing works. If we go back in here, now it's maybe not boo. UNID is the user that created it, which is going to be us, although you can't actually see the UNID of the user directly. So we can also log out and we can go into the My Account page. So this super admin is attributed to the University of Central Florida. We cannot change that, but we could change the email here, or we could change the username, but I'm going to leave those be. And the super admin I provisioned ahead of time. You can't elevate yourself to a super admin. That has to be specifically given to you through the Azure database, which is where all of our queries are being processed. Okay, so that's really cool. So let's log out here and let's show you how to create a new user. So we'll just call this user to keep with the convention that I've been following. And we'll give this an studysafe.edu email. Give this a password, and we'll give him to the University of Central Florida. We'll create that. Okay, so as this new user, he does not have any special privileges, so he's not an admin or a super admin, so that goes away. Still can't change our university, but we can change the other things, and there's still no events. Universities, we can view everything, but we cannot participate. And so let's create a new RSO. So creating an RSO elevates you to an admin for that RSO only. Right now, there are none. We can search all of these and see if there's anything, but there aren't any. So let's create a new RSO. So we'll call this Night Hacks, which is my first RSO that I ever joined here. Really cool club. And I will go ahead and paste in a couple of emails from members that I have created. So we have 4 different emails, which is required, and we can have more than that, but this one is from a different domain. So if we submit, it will not let it go. And likewise, if we submit with no name here or the description or something, then it's also not going to work. Okay, so let's submit with everything together, and it's going to take a second. And it'll create. This blue outline means that we own it and we cannot leave, but we can edit the RSO if we want to. We can change the name and the description and submit those updates, or we can view it. It'll show the first image from whatever university it's attributed to and all the information here. There's 5 members because we are a part of it, and then the 4 people that we added. We can create another one here and throw in all of these members. I also am adding a 5th user 6 here. And we'll get rid of the UF user. We'll call this one STEM Ambassadors, which is another club that I'm part of. And we can create this one. Okay, and this one has 6 members because we added the extra person. So if we want to filter this by show only joined and show only owned, it doesn't do anything because this user is an owner and a member of both. But if we log out really quick and we log in as user 6, you'll remember is the one that we only added to the STEM Ambassador club. Again, there's no RSS for anything else, but we can search for this. And it'll show that the green outline means that I am a member of this STEM Ambassadors, but the no outline here means that I am not a member. So I can leave this club here. And I can rejoin it, no problem. I can join this one if I want to. And if we show only joined, it will filter out only the ones that we have joined, which is pretty cool. And let's also log in as user number 5. Really quick, just to show you how clubs become inactive. So I'm part of both clubs. This one has 6 members, this has 5. A club becomes inactive if it drops below 5 members and has a gray outline. And any inactive club that has events, those events will not be shown on the events page, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to log back out and I'm going to log in as user again, since they are the creator of the RSO. And we'll show you again that it shows that we have this one created and this one is inactive. So we will go over here and you can see there's no events here. We can filter based on what kind of events we want to see and a starting cutoff where it won't show anything behind that. But if we want to create an event, we can go up to my events and we can create it here. So let's create one of each kind of event. So the first one we're going to create is a master DBM meeting. It's an arbitrary thing. We can set a category for this event. We have a bunch of predefined things here. So this would be a meet and greet. We can set the visibility. So we'll set this one to be public. If we change it to something else, it shows the university that it's attributed to, or you can pick from an RSO. Actually, this is let's make this a public event though. We'll make the other ones later. And we can set a time. So let's maybe set this for May 1st at 2:00 p.m. Oh no, that's not what I want. There we go. And we can see that it sets it correctly here. It's a little finicky, unfortunately. 2:00. Come on. p.m. 2:00. That's fine. Close enough. Okay, so we can submit this, and then we have a second page where we can set like a location name. So let's maybe say that this is in BA1, and we'll give it a phone number. And we can set a specific location on the map, which is really, really cool. I'm really glad that we got this to work out, and we'll set it for BA1. And so it updates the coordinates and it shows us on the map where we're looking. Okay, so we can create this. Let's say that we didn't have a location name in here. It should validate first and not submit because we don't have a location name, but now it will submit. Okay, and we have our first event. So this event is a public event. It is not yet approved, which means that if we go over to the homepage and try and show events, it's not going to show up here. And if, it doesn't matter what our cutoff is, as long as it's after, it will not show if it's unapproved, no matter which of these we do. So let's create another event first. Let's create a presentation 1. We'll set this category to be a presentation. And this one we'll say is just for our university. And it's of course locked to the university that you are from and all of your club members. And we'll set this for maybe April 28th at 12:00 p.m. So if I maybe didn't set a name for this, or any property that I didn't set here or is invalid, again, it does not let you go to the next page. And this one we'll set to be in HEC 101. Same contact information. And the HEC is going to be over here. Okay, and we'll submit this. And this is an RSO event. And this one will show up automatically. We'll show you how the RSO works in a second, but you can see that the filters will actually work. If we set the cutoff to be after that date, it's not going to show. Let's reset the filter. And if we show public events only, it's an RSO event, so it's not going to show. My university, sorry, it's a university event. So it shows under the university filter, and it does not show for RSO events, that filter. Let's create one more event here, and let's make this an RSO event. Bastard. And we'll maybe have this be a casual event. We'll make this my RSO only, so we can pick which RSO. We'll make this STEM ambassadors. We can set this maybe for June 1st at 10:49 a.m. And we'll put this one in the Arboretum. It's right over there. Okay, super cool. So that's an RSO event. If we go back over here, we can see that when we show only joined RSO events, that's what shows. So the My Events tab, we can delete these events, we can edit them, we can view them. Let's actually delete the RSO only event, just so you can see that we delete it, it's successful, there's a little message at the bottom, and now the event does not show on our tab over here. And let's also create an event for the RSO that is not currently active. So hacks events, and this can be a Q&A. This will be an RSO event for night hacks. And we can leave this the same, but maybe change this to the 18th. V1. So this is an RSO event for night hacks. It'll still show up here. But if you go back over to the night hacks or to the RSS tab, you'll see that night hacks is inactive because it only has 4 members. So if we go over here, the night hacks event shows up initially, but it gets taken off because it's an inactive event. So we can go through all the things here and it's not going to show up no matter how hard we try. Okay, awesome. So let us, I don't know, we could edit something here. Let's maybe make this not a Q&A, let's make this a fundraising event. And let's also change the location. The map is really finicky. There's not anything we can do about it, unfortunately. Unless maybe, let's put this one like in the Bahamas just for fun. Okay, and so that will update over here. We can actually view this event and it'll show us on the map what we clicked, which is some random place in the Bahamas, and all the other stuff. Okay, so that's really cool. We can do lots of really cool things. Let's show you that we can approve events really quick. So let's log back in as the super admin password. So there's one event that shows, and this is a university event. So it's only to people from UCF, but there is one unapproved event. So they don't have any events that they've created, but there is one unapproved event, which is a public event that we created. So we can click the approve button and it'll take it off our queue. And now if we go back over here, it shows up our public event. Awesome. Okay, so last thing I want to show you guys is the commenting and leaving a review and deleting that. So I'm going to log in as maybe user 3 or user 2 is fine. And let's say that we want to leave a review on this May 1st public event. So we can view, if you are logged in, you will see this option over here. If you're not logged in, you'll just see the ability to look at all of the reviews. Right now, there's none, but you won't have the ability to leave one until you log in. So let's leave a review here. Let's say this one was pretty bad. We can save that. And so now if we go and see all our reviews, our average rating is 2 because there's only 1. And we can see it was created by user 2 at this time, how many stars, and the comment. We can edit this again. Let's maybe set it to 4 stars. So now our average review and this review are 4. And we can also edit the comments. Save. See all. Sweet deal. And we can also share this event as an email, which I don't know what this is going to bring up. So it brings up the details about this event and a URL to the page, which is running locally. So eventually, if this got hosted, it would need to be a real URL. But you'd also do the same thing for Twitter. It'll share the event details and the URL to get to it. So let's log out of this. And you'll see that if we go into this public event, we cannot create or comment. We can still share, but we can see the one event that user 2 created. And let's log in as user 3. And do this. See all events. There's one in here. Let's maybe set this to be 2 stars. We'll save this, see all. There's 2 here, and the average is 3 stars. One last thing that I want to show you is that we can actually delete our own comments. So right now there's 2 comments in here, one from user 2 and one from user 3, which is where we're currently logged in. If we delete this comment, it takes the data out here, and it also does not show it for any viewings. So the average rating is 4 stars, as we would expect. Okay, that's everything I wanted to show you guys. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.